And David Reid from Philadelphia in a rematch with a kid from Philadelphia in a rematch with a Cuban he has faced in a U.S.-Cuba duel meet, Juan Hernandez. Hernandez won the decision. Reid had said at that time he thought when he left the ring he'd won that bout.
Bernie, it was a very interesting original match. Last year, dual meet, 1993. David Reid, you saw him right there, a traditional slow starter. Hernandez got off very quick, was dominating the bout. David Reid came on, hurt Hernandez late in the bout, but did not have enough time to get the job done. Hernandez got a decision, but a most interesting bout, and this should prove to be a most interesting rematch.
And a lot of times what a guy like David Reid is looking for is another shot. You look back at what happened the first time and said, if I had only done this, if I had only done that. And now here's his chance at the Goodwill Games. David Reid of Philadelphia, Juan Hernandez.
The interesting point, coming off that first bout, I asked David Reid if he was bothered with his drawing the Cuban world champion in the first round of the tournament, and he said, I was at first. I was real upset, and then I thought about it. I said, look, I came here to beat this guy. Might as well get it on with him right away.
He also said the thing he had to do from the last time they fought was come out more aggressively and try to rack up some points because you can't afford to fall behind early. There's a caution to the U.S. corner for coaching. Reid really loaded up the right hand, but he didn't connect.
He has a tendency to try to load up that right hand, but he's shooting the jab there, out of range, doesn't have the proper distance, but good right there.
Caught the Cuban on the chin.
Juan Hernandez remembers David Reid too. Again, just missed with the right to the chin. This is right now a brawl. Good. Ooh, this is a standing 8 count off the jab.
And you see the look on Reid's face. He can't understand it. He says, of course, I'm fine. Now, 2 more of those in this round would end the fight.
The bad thing about that standing 8 count, Ernie, from David Reid's point of view, is that it's got him thinking that something's wrong here when he should really be just trying to focus on his game plan coming in, which is to box, to try to use the jab, not just load up the right hand. It might make him more desperate than he needs to be at this stage of this bout. Still very early. And, of course, everybody should remember that theoretically that punch that caused the standing 8 count has no more weight, theoretically, than any other scoring blow in the bout. Hernandez, you see the blue facing you, the Cuban, so rangy, so tough. David Reid, the American, on the right in the red, in a shell, and then coming out with that punch. He's going to have to let his hands go a little bit more. Hernandez doesn't make it easy. Combinations like that.
Again, the lessons learned from the first time, and certainly you say, I want to be more aggressive, I don't want to sit back. You get in the ring with the guy again, you say, that's why I was that way last time, because he's hitting me with everything. There was another left by the Cuban. Oh, there was a big right again by Reid. Threw some leather in that first round, and Reid trying to avenge an earlier loss to Hernandez. Had some success with that right hand. But his corner was telling him between rounds, don't wait, don't wait, don't wait.
Motion to the Cuban for a low blow. David Reid has to come in respecting the Cuban boxer, off balance there. Respecting the Cuban boxer, and Hernandez came right back in the first round, and if he didn't have it, he re-earned his respect. He just landed some good, sharp blows. And right now, David has to forget about that. He's got to find a way to get inside, behind the jab preferably, change things up, but he's standing back a little bit too much, being a little bit too mesmerized.
Hernandez beating him to the punch and tossed him against the ropes.
Feint there by Reid on the left, but Hernandez, the veteran, did not take it.
And you can hear some of the shouts from the U.S. contingent, not necessarily from the corner, saying, "Do it, don't wait."
Yeah, he did it right there. He bounced a right hand off the Cuban's head here.
And a caution to the Cuban
for holding behind the head. Again, the right hand by Reid.
Oh, and there was a good left. And you could see David Reid, that rocked his world.
Another standing 8. He was definitely more hurt by that. That punch had more effect than the one in round 1. This time, I think he was a little bit grateful for the standing 8.
He acknowledged that was a pretty good shot. He looked to his corner and kind of stuck out his tongue like, boy, that was a pretty good shot.
About 45 seconds left here in round 2. And I think one interesting thing to look for here is how much gas David Reid has left in the tank. He did come out and spend a lot of energy trying to get off to that fast start he thought was crucial in this bout. And right now he looks a little bit tired.
So we'll have to wait and see if he can finish as strongly as he did the first time they met, which made that a much closer bout.
I think we should point out, too, Ernie, that Juan Hernandez is showing some respect for David Reid. He is fighting at distance. He's not getting into exchanges. He's scoring and staying out of range of the right hand that he felt the first time they met, and he's felt a couple of times in this bout.
Very strong second round for Juan Hernandez.
Technical boxing.
David Reid came out, tried to sign a little non-aggression back there, tried to touch him up. Juan Hernandez said, "Let's box."
We'll do that afterwards, huh?
Coming in, David Reid said, "It's important for me to get off early because it's just too much pressure trying to catch up with this guy." He tried very hard to do that. At least to us, Ernie, it did not appear that he succeeded. He's got to try to pull out the kind of miracle that he came close to pulling off the first time these two men met last year, in which he staggered Hernandez twice in the final round.
It would appear he's going to need a furious rally here in the last couple of minutes of the final round. But Hernandez showing no signs of weakening. Another one of the great boxers out of that Cuban stable. But he fires another left.
Just the opposite. I think Hernandez looks like he's getting stronger right now, and it's David Reid who has lost the snap he had early in this bout.
Another good combination. Hernandez, very impressive. The reigning world champion at 147, the champion in 91.
Caution from the referee to David Reid for slapping. Ooh, good left hand inside by the Cuban Hernandez.
Reid has taken some shots.
Talent, Ernie. He's got good right hand power. He's got a good solid record at the national level. He's been a national champion. He's been a national Golden Glove champion. He was a national junior champion. But everything he's done at the national level, his opponent on the left of your screen, two-time world champion, Juan Hernandez, has done at the world-class level. He's just in another class, and it's just so tough for these young American boxers to step up this far in class and be effective.
Under 30 seconds to go in this bout now. Certainly Hernandez not sitting back and sitting on the lead by any means, Alex.
He's still dictating the pace. He's still just dominating with each hand. I think really the key is, two keys really to the way he boxes. You see the movement. That's absolutely essential. You've got a guy like David Reid who wants to set his feet and throw punches, and all through the 9 minutes, Juan Hernandez never let him do it.
A couple of times he was able to land that big right hand, but not nearly enough. And Juan Hernandez still a lot of spring in his step as he comes over to the American corner. With the decision over David Reid.
A dominant performance. And you see there, not as dominant as we would have expected. 11-7. I think that's testimony to the